Hey everybody, what's going on? Juan here. Welcome back to the channel, and for this video I want to talk about the Press Pause Game Club. This is something we initially showed off during the month of January and first put into effect this month in February with the game It'll Do 2 Plus, initially available on the Nintendo Switch. It was also available on other platforms. For those that don't know, the Press Pause Game Club, it's like imagine a book club but for video games. A lot of times there's these backlog games that we never got a chance to get to, but when we play them, everybody else already beat them, so there's nobody to really have that awesome conversation with. Just quickly recapping some of the rules that we do have for this club. It's not a competition. This is not about who beats the game in the hardest difficulty or who completes it first. This is simply about the conversations and everything happening between it. We're also looking at games priced at $30 or less. We're trying to be as frugal as possible. It'll Do 2 Plus capped off at $30, but you could get that game for $20 for PC and other consoles. We're also looking at games that last between 7 to 15 hours, with the idea being that we don't want this game to take up your entire time during that month. Maybe you can beat it in 1 or 2 sittings, maybe you can stream it, maybe you can do a YouTube video about it. We just don't want you to feel overwhelmed with the selection. And also, most importantly, much like a book club, what's important is the conversation. So obviously this channel can help out a little bit, but you're not there in the moment. So we do have a Discord, which you can join over at press-pause.net/Discord, and we actively talk about that. It'll Do 2 Plus, that is a puzzle-heavy game, so it was really nice to just sit down and talk with everybody. We're also going to be doing 2 videos per each game. So for the month of March, this is technically the first video because, well, we got to let you know what we're going to be playing, why we're excited to play it, and I'm also going to be sharing some details and comments from members of the Game Club. And then the second video will be after that month. So look forward to a video about this game in the month of April, where we can technically review it as a community, and I think you'll also get a cool sample about that with the It'll Do 2 video. And going back to the Discord channel, this is not about me, this is not about Nicole, this is about the Press Pause community. So we stream it. If you guys stream it, we'll make sure to retweet it or even join, hang out with your streams. We talk about it on Discord, I take screenshots, so this is a fully interactive and immersive experience with everybody involved in the Game Club. So for February, we did go with It'll Do 2 Plus because it's a game that I actually really wanted to check out because Nicole had been playing Breath of the Wild. We wanted something that was Zelda inspired, that it was kind of cutesy, not overly violent. But for the month of March, we actually did something very different, which is on the Discord, we actually set up a poll asking people out of 4 different video games, which we curated to make that list, which would be the one game they would definitely want to play. And the options were Sleeping Dogs, Mercenary Kings, Owlboy, and Bioshock. So we wanted to make sure we had a diverse combination between games that came out a while ago, independent games, games that have been available on PS Plus, games that are super cheap, so a little bit of everything. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to announce that the Press Pause Game Club selection for the month of March is Bioshock. Yes, we are going to head off to Rapture. In my case, I'm not going to go back to Rapture. I'm going to go there for the very first time. This is a game that came out in 2007, over 10 years ago. This game has won over 21 awards, and it's available on the Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Mac, iOS, PC, Steam, probably out in the ColecoVision, or there's some kind of mod for it, but it's a game that's super accessible for almost any video gamer out there. And for those that never played it, you've probably heard about it, and that's why I was excited to see this game win the poll. Talking about some of the details about Bioshock, this game has an average beat time of 12 hours, according to HowLongToBeat.com. So the cool thing is that it's not overly long. It's almost about twice as long as It'll Do 2 Plus, because if there's one thing I noticed is that we should definitely maybe scale up the length of time that the game should be beaten in. It'll Do 2 was an average of about 6 to 7 hours, so I think 15 to 12 hours is a good mixture that will make sure you can't just beat it in one sitting, but you're also not dealing with it throughout the entire month. When it comes to the monies and how much this costs, you can snag a copy of Bioshock from anywhere between $3 to $30. And I know that seems like a pretty broad range, but think about it. This game originally came out on the Xbox 360, so you can get yourself a used copy super cheap. If you're a PC gamer like me, you can stay tuned to a Humble, a Steam, or any other crazy sale. Most recently, I found it for like $6.50, and some of the Discord members who already knew this one, the first thing they did was get it on PC because it was so cheap. And the cool thing is that if you're thinking about getting it for Xbox One or PS4, you can actually get the Bioshock collection that retails for a regular price of $30, but I have seen it drop digitally and physically down to $20, Whether you've played Bioshock or not, you cannot deny just how highly revered this game was. I mean, it won over 21 awards. It's one of the highest rated games on Metacritic, so it's really nice to just be able to sit down and finally get to understanding just why everybody rated it so highly and why it won all of those awards. And it's also rated M for mature because it has blood and gore, drug references, intense violence, sexual themes, strong language, use of alcohol, and tobacco. As far as the genre, this is a mixture of first-person shooting, action, and RPG. For comparison purposes, this game is pretty similar to games like Half-Life 2 and Dishonored, and if you really want to go to the origins of Bioshock, look at the game System Shock. That came out in the early 90s. Most recently, it had a well-funded Kickstarter to basically upgrade that game, much like other remakes and remasters, but apparently they put a stop to that, which kind of sucks because I was personally very excited for that. So now the question is, why play Bioshock? In my case, when this game came out back in 2007, I did not have an Xbox 360, so I heard all this hype, I read the reviews, and I was like, damn, I can't get a copy of this. I don't know what this even is, because like YouTube videos weren't really a thing for me back in the day. Later, it did come out on PlayStation 3, but I did hear, I don't know if this is true or not, that was an inferior port. That was the case with a lot of games that were ported to the PlayStation 3. Games like X-Men Origins Wolverine, awesome game on the Xbox 360, but holy crap, avoid the PS3 version at all costs. And because of the fact that I was not able to play back in the day, I'm just excited to finally get inside this world of Rapture. I've heard so much about the atmosphere, about the Big Daddy, about the Little Sisters, about every little thing, the magical elements, the weapons, every single little thing about it. I'm slightly concerned because I know this game has some horror elements. I don't really do well with horror games. I get easily freaked out. I get scared. I play games like Amnesia. I played it for like 15 minutes. I had like one jump scare. I went into Steam and I hit uninstall. But that's sort of the benefit of the Press Pause Game Club, that I have to like forcefully, in a good way, you know, I have to forcefully get through it, because I'm like, how weird would it be if I'm the one making this video and then I'm like, hey, I didn't beat the game because like I got too scared. But I know that you guys are going to be along with me for the ride, and I may stream this on Twitch as well, so you can watch me get tortured. One of the other really cool things about this selection and the benefits of being a patient gamer is that, say we sit down and we enjoy this 12 to 15 hour experience and we want more, we already got more, because there's Bioshock 2, there's Bioshock Infinite, so that really is the benefit of being a patient gamer, that you can enjoy the entire trilogy right here, right now. You don't need to wait for 2 years, 3, 4, for another game to come out, DLC, a Game of the Year edition, and the trilogy is right there readily available, so I'm really hoping I enjoy Bioshock, because then I'll definitely get to the other two. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm going to be playing the version on PC, in this case on Steam. Yes, I've had this game in my backlog for years. No excuses, okay? Like, forget about Xbox 360. I've had this. I'm going to dust the bad boy off. But the cool thing is that if you do own it on PC, you may notice you have two versions. You have the regular version, which came out whenever it did, and then you have a remastered version, which I'm assuming is somewhat similar to the collections available on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. The PC version now, in contrary to the original one, it's got achievements. I'm assuming it's got some technical upgrades, and I'm also assuming it has better controller support. Don't quote me about that, but hey, yeah, you can enjoy the original one or the version with some enhanced features. And the last and most important reason as to why I'm excited to play Bioshock is because I just want to find out why people love this game so much. They worship it, they quote it all the time, they cosplay. I mean, people like Wizard of Gore was like, yeah, man, you haven't played it? What is wrong with you? I know I got problems, people, but I'm finally hoping to address them thanks to the Press Pause Game Club. And remember, people, that because this is a club, I'm not the only one that's excited for this. I got a couple of quotes here, including from Amelia, who writes, I love this game, so she's already played it. I played it already. I should have just read the rest of the thing, but it's been a while. Looking forward to replaying it and seeing what everyone thinks of it. Alex Nation writes, been hearing good things about Bioshock. Hope to find it enjoyable. Thanks to the Press Pause Game Club, I'll finally get to play it. Which, Alex, calling you out, man. You beat Bioshock Infinite, but then you weren't initially tempted to play this one? Come on, man. Although I'm happy you're in it for the ride. Champer writes, happy the Game Club is giving me the chance to right my wrongs and play Bioshock. Gotaina writes, Bioshock was recommended by various friends. I started it, but never finished it. It is time to cross it off the backlog. You and me both, buddy, and in your case, you're probably gonna beat it in 30 minutes because Gotaina beat It'll Do 2 the very first day of the Game Club for the month of February. So dude, space it out a little bit, man. Come on. Mighty JR wrote, never had a reason to play the remaster, but playing with the Game Club is like rewatching a good movie. And that's the cool thing. It's like when you go to a movie, when you hang out and play a party game with your friends, there is that conversation that even though you can play this game, by yourself, not have to participate in the Game Club, there's just something knowing that your friend is also watching this and you can talk to them about it. And then last but not least, we do have a comment from Nicole, aka my wife, who writes, looking forward to actually finishing Bioshock this time. It's even more exciting to know that friends will be playing it too. And that's the whole thing about the Press Pause Game Club. More so than a book club about video games, more so than a Discord channel, it really is about building a community. And we've seen as a result a much more active Discord channel. So on behalf of Nicole and myself, we're both what makes Press Pause be the thing that it is on Twitch and everything, but really it is you guys that keeps us motivated to keep doing what we're doing. So once again, thank you. Bioshock is the Press Pause Game Club selection for the month of March, so you can begin playing it next Thursday, March 1st. Talk about it on the Discord channel. Please make sure to join that. It's on the description and it's also right now on screen. And on a personal level, I really just want to take a quick moment to thank each and every one of you that watched my previous video right here on the channel. If you haven't watched it, I'll make sure to link it at the end of this one, where I talked about video games and violence. Due to the horrific things that have been happening in Florida, all across the states with these mass murders, these school shootings, the topic of video games possibly linking or persuading or preparing people to commit these horrific actions has once again crossed to the media. And I completely disagree with that. I think it is ridiculous. So I have a 17-minute discussion video about it. I've had people comment there. I have people reach out to me on an individual level, and you don't know how much that means to me. Seriously, I'm very passionate about video games, about mental health, and video games helped me become who I am today. I was very socially isolated. I talk about that in the video, so check that out and let me know what you think. But once again, seriously, that is why I do this channel. I hope that by sharing videos, I hope that with our comments, our discussions on Facebook or wherever it is, that we show the gamers are pretty awesome people. And remember, if you do want to support the channel, you can do so with a huge thumbs up, subscribing, and hitting that notifications ticker, because you really got to go the whole way in order to be notified of my latest videos. You can also check out an It'll Do 2 video in the near future talking about that and getting the comments and reception from that Discord channel. So until next time, thank you for watching, and never forget, folks, that the epic journey continues. Thanks for watching, gang. Take care. And I've been recording this entire video with a dog barking in the background. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I've been freaking out. I've had to do like 20 takes with some things. Some people, man, they don't take care of their pets like they should. It has nothing to do with this topic, but take care of your dogs, people. Dogs are amazing. Here's a picture of Scooby.